everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well, today's this video is all about this makeup look that I've tried to create for the festive season. You can actually amp it up. If you want, you can tone it down. It really depends how you'd like to go. In case if you want to kind of amp it up, probably you can use a few more accessories along with this look. And in case if you want to keep it really very simple, you can go in for something like this. You can let your hair loose in case if you feel like, but usually with me, I always like to tie up my hair whenever I get ready traditionally, because it becomes otherwise a double thing for me to take care of, like my hair as well as my outfit, which is a traditional outfit which I really do not wear much. So yeah, you can definitely make changes according to whatever you feel that you're comfortable the most in, because usually when you're wearing a traditional look, you kind of wear it for a few hours, so you really don't want to miss out on the enjoyment bit of the festivities. So keeping that in mind, this is what I have created. And in case if you would be interested in knowing how I've gone ahead creating this makeup look, continue watching. And in case if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Kajol, and do consider subscribing to my channel. And in case if you find this video helpful, please make sure that you're giving this video a thumbs up. And until we meet again, take very good care of yourself. See you. Also, a request to all you beautiful viewers, I just request you to make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because many of the views that I'm getting are from the people those who are yet not subscribed. They do visit my channel, they do watch the videos, but they haven't subscribed yet. So just one request, please make sure that you're showing in some love by hitting that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and it's just going to motivate me further to make some good videos across for all of y'all. And yes, with that being said, let's get started with. Alright, here we begin with a squeaky clean face. And first I'm going to moisturize my lips. I'm using this Vaseline lip balm. Just in case if you're going to be using any liquid lip color, and because they are really very drying and mattifying, so yeah, just to hydrate your lips. Moving on to a moisturizer, I'm using this one from Pond's, and making sure that I lather up my face with a good amount of moisturizer. Do not forget your neck area when you are using any product onto your face. The next product I'm now going to be using is a primer. I've taken a very little bit, and it's a silicone based primer. Applying it on my nose and on my cheeks where I have open pores. And yeah, it basically helps to blur out. So, and it also gives you a very clean canvas to work the foundation on. And most importantly, it holds on your makeup for a real long time. After having done that, now moving on to using a foundation. This is one of the very underrated foundations of Kryolan. It's a souffle form, which is very mattifying. I'm using this all over my face and dabbing it all on my cheeks, forehead. Do not forget the neck area once again. And you can either use a brush or a beauty blender. I am using this beauty blender from YBP Cosmetics, and I really enjoy using this blender. Make sure that the blender is damp, it's not dry. Up next is a concealer, applying it on the corners of my eye and any problematic area that you think that you need to conceal. I'm also going to use it in the corners of my nose and corners of my mouth. And again, with the help of a beauty blender, I'm going to make sure that I'm blending the concealer, and let the concealer be blended in a dab motion rather than sweeping it, because that's just going to swipe away the product. And the dabbing motion will make sure that the product is pushed into the skin, and yeah, it's going to give you a much clearer base to work with. Yeah, after having done that, moving on to the next step will be either you can use loose powder to make sure that you are concealing your concealer, or if you want some more coverage, you can go in for a compact powder. The choice is absolutely yours. Here I'm using a banana powder. I'm going to be taking this pack brush and concealing this powder on my concealer, and I'm going to take a little bit extra, which I'm going to dust off after doing my eye makeup, just in case if there is any eyeshadow fallout. It shouldn't actually spoil the makeup on my face, because usually I always do the eye makeup first and then the face, with the foundation. But here I have gone ahead and done the face first. So just a little bit of extra powder on just below your eyelids, to make sure that there is no fallout of the eyeshadow that spoils your foundation. Up next is the eyebrow cake that I'm going to be using. This is a beautiful product from Miss Claire, and it comes with the brush which I've just shown you. It has a spoolie on one side and the brush on the other side. Comes in really very handy. And this is how you need to actually work with your eyebrows. Always a good idea to start from the mid, then towards the end, and then with whatever little product that you're left with, to start working at the beginning of the eyebrow, so that it doesn't give you a stark look. And I'm just basically kind of filling in the sparse space in the eyebrow, and really not giving it a very dramatic look. Just trying to keep it as simple as possible. Starting up with the eye makeup, I'm going to be using this palette from MAC, which is Burgundy times 9, which is a beautiful palette of lovely colors. And I'm going to be using these shades, the one that I'm pointing out, with a fluffy brush. I'm going to be using over my crease line, which is going to be my transition shade. And just make sure that you're holding the brush from a distance and holding it very lightly, so that it doesn't leave any harsh lines on application. Now, using this burgundy color from the palette on a pencil brush, I'm going to be now working it towards the outer corner of my eye. And this is going to be basically the color that's going to define the entire eye makeup. So make sure that you're working well with it and you're not leaving any harsh lines. Blending is the key to a good eye makeup. Please remember this. So take your time and do your eye makeup, with a lot of patience, and it's really going to look beautiful. In case if you think that any color looks washed out, you can definitely go over it. And I think it really looks good. And again, I'm using this transition shade after having done the eyelids, so that there are no visible lines on the eye makeup. Finished completing the second eye too with the eyeshadow. And once again the burgundy color will be used with a pencil brush on your lower lash line. This is just to give you a very good soft smoked out look to the entire eye makeup. I've just got you a little zoomed in to give you a clearer picture of what it actually looks like. And trust me, it gives you a very intense look. This is one of the shimmer shades from the palette, and I'm going to use my finger, and as you can see, it looks beautiful. I have just added a tiny bit of it only on the center of the eyelid, and now I'm going to repeat the same on the other eye as well. Again, using the transition shade to wash off any harsh lines. So as you can see, the makeup is all coming in together. It gives you a much clearer picture of what it is going to look like. Now I just wanted to go in a little different, and I'm using a burgundy color, burgundy color as my eyeliner. Now I'm using a liquid lipstick for the same, and I'm using this lip color which is called Famous by Huda, and taking it with the eyeliner brush, as you can see, and forming it a winged eyeliner. I believe that there are no rules to a good makeup, and so I just decided on doing something different, and I wanted a different liner look. And I think I've done umpteen amount of browns and blacks, so this time I decided to go in for a different color. Let me know what are your thoughts on this. Yeah, it takes quite a lot of effort to actually get both the wings liner similar, but yeah, fortunately it was a good try. And now I'm applying a mascara, which is really important for any eye makeup. You can either have a single coat of mascara or you can coat it twice just to give a nice depth to your eye makeup. And this is what it looks like up close. I'm also going to using falsies, so just to intensify. But just before that, I'm going to be using kajal. I'm going to use that in my lower waterline. And in case if you're not comfortable wearing falsies, that's perfectly fine. You can double coat your eyelashes with the mascara. Always advisable to use a waterproof mascara. And now I'm using this Mary Luminizer highlighter on the brow bone, which is just going to kind of make your eye makeup stand out, and also in the corner of my eye, using these falsies from Pro Art. And now I'm going to apply the falsies. I have always noticed that using falsies just completely changes the entire look of your makeup. I mean, if you do have the chance, or you do have the patience rather to go in and apply falsies, I think you must. It really looks very put together. After having applied the falsies, now moving on to the face. Going to be using this first shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette for contouring. It's going to be a very soft contour. It's going to be on the hollows of my cheek, on my jawline, which I really need the most to cover up the double chin, and also on the sides of the nose. And in case if you have a broader forehead like me, you can use it on your forehead as well. I'm now using this cream highlighter on the high points of my face, that is the cheekbones. I'm going to be using it a little bit on the bridge of my nose. Next up on the Cupid's bow, and a tad bit on my chin. Now, just in case if you feel like glowing like a goddess, you can double it up with a powder highlighter and just see the difference. It looks super gorgeous, and it just makes you feel that you're radiating. Using this blush powder from Nykaa, I'm going to be using this shade called Raisin. And very softly, using this stippling brush, I'm going to now apply the blush. And I think the blush is very important in your makeup, because if you do not blush up your cheeks, the entire makeup looks very flat. So please make sure that you're applying a good amount of blush. And thereafter moving on to the lips. Since I had applied a lip balm just before starting the makeup, now I'm going to wipe it off with a tissue and going to apply the lip color. Lip lining is important because it really gives you a defined shape to your lips. You can overline it in case if you have thin lips, or you can underline it in case if you have plumper lips. The choice is yours. After using the lip liner, I'm using this liquid lipstick, and this one is from Calabar. You can pick up the lipstick shade according to your choice, according to the color of outfit that you're wearing. Since the color theme was burgundy, I decided to go in for the pink family for the lip color. Take your time in applying the lip color, and make sure that you really line up your lips well. In case if you like a matte lip finish, you can let it remain the way it is. And in case if you feel you want to gloss it up, you can apply a little bit of gloss only on the center of the lips. And I have forgotten to show you here that please use a makeup fixer once your entire makeup is done. So yes, here the makeup is all done, and this is the sari that I decided to wear, and here I really can't make up my mind which bindi. Yeah, so decided on wearing the red one, the big one, and you can accessorize, you can use different color bindis in case if you feel like, earrings of your choice in case if you want to wear bangles or a kara or both. And here you can see me changing the bindi. I thought a smaller one looked better. Let me know what you think about it. And there we go. That's the finished final look of the makeup. And yeah, that's about it. And as I said earlier, I usually like to always tie up my hair for any traditional look because I really can't take care of my hair in place and also my outfit. So I usually like to tie up my hair whenever I wear any traditional outfit. And that's about it. Keeping it really very simple. Up close is the look, what it actually looks like. You can actually change the entire look with the help of a lip color or the kind of accessories that you're wearing. You know, you can wear the heavy jhumkas or something like a, you know, choker around your neck in case if you want to give it a heavy look. In case you enjoy watching this video, please make sure that you're giving this video a thumbs up, and you have any views, comments, suggestions, mention them down in the comments below. I'll be really happy to go through. Please excuse the mess which you see in the background. That's all the cosmetic, you know, which is just kept randomly after filming the video. I really hope you found this video informative. Until we meet again, take very good care of yourself and do what makes you happy. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up icon. Bye bye.